I'm a member here at the Oaks in Osprey or Sarasota, and my home is here in the Oaks. However, we also continue to have a home in Hinsdale, Illinois. My wife Eileen and I have been married for 54 years. We have 6 children and 14 grandchildren. We're talking this morning about my having completed the Golf Digest list of America's 100 top golf courses. And as you probably know, the list changes every year, and I had selected 1987 as the year that I began to keep track of the courses that I had played. Yeah, well, I didn't take up golf until I was in the service, and basically didn't start to play until after I was in the service, because I played football, basketball, and baseball through high school, and I didn't think sports like golf and tennis were very interesting. So it wasn't until after I got out of the service that I started to take up the game of golf. It wasn't until 1987 that I really got serious about trying to keep track of the courses that I had played. I actually played the first course on the list, which was Boyne Highlands in Michigan in 1968. So it's taken 42 years to complete playing the top 100 courses. I guess the best part of my golf game is probably the part that I enjoy most, and that would be having an opportunity to socialize with the people that I play with. I've played a lot of golf, as you can surmise, but I've met some just terrific people along the way, and that's been most enjoyable. I'd like to improve all of my golf game, particularly my putting has not been very good lately, so we need to work on that. I usually play golf 3 times a week at the Oaks, and in addition, we have a wonderful tennis program here, so I play tennis about 3 times a week as well. And my wife and I usually play with other couples on Sunday, so you might stretch the 3 into 4 when we play together. Yeah, my favorite course has got to be Augusta, where of course the Masters is played. That's the only golf course where the hair stood up on the back of my neck when I stood on the first tee, because of the prestige of Augusta, and having the opportunity to to play that golf course was really special. Well, my favorite hole, that's an easy one, because in 1980 I was playing one of the top 100 courses, Oakland Hills, which is in Birmingham, Michigan, and I had a hole-in-one on the 9th hole, which is a 205-yard par 3, and so that obviously is the most special hole in my top 100 courses. My last round of golf, which was at Riviera Country Club, which is in Los Angeles, an absolutely beautiful golf course, but that was a special day because that was the finale. After having played the golf course, I was flying back to Chicago, and when I got to O'Hare Airport and I went down to get my clubs, my wife was there. And my wife was Eileen, and I said, "What are you doing here?" It was 11 o'clock at night, and I didn't want her to be out, driving to O'Hare Airport to pick me up. And she said, "Well, I had a little help." So she said, "Turn around." And when I turned around, my children were there. My son Pat had driven in from St. Louis. My daughter Julie had flown in from Columbus, and the other 4 live in Chicago, in the Chicago area. So they were all there to greet me with banners and congratulatory wishes, and Eileen said, "And by the way, I didn't drive, we have a limo." So we went out, got into the limo. The kids had beer and wine in the limo, and of course my plaque, which was an indication of all the courses that I had played. And so we proceeded to go to a watering hole in Hinsdale and closed that at 2 o'clock in the morning, along with some friends that had decided to come and be with us. So it was a very festive occasion relative to that last round of golf. As far as notifying Golf Digest, I emailed them, and I'm a subscriber to Golf Digest, so I had the names of their editors and associate editors and so forth. So I sent emails to several of them, and Jerry Tardy, who is the editor-in-chief, sent me an email back along with a letter that he had sent to the House. I was surprised that Golf Digest did not keep an honor roll of people who have played their top 100 courses, and obviously they have not. But as a result of my hole-in-one along the way in playing the top 100, as Jerry Tardy said, you're in very rare company. For Christmas last year, that would have been 2 years ago now, I guess, my children gave me this, and I was able to put pegs in 91 of the holes, but there were 9 golf courses that I had not played. And so I dedicated 2010 to the year where I wanted to finish. And so I played 9 of these golf courses in 2010, and we completed the plaque, and that's the one what I was referring to. Well, interesting that you should ask about who has helped me along the way in terms of my golf game. Eileen and I have a son whose name is Kevin, and Kevin is a head golf professional at Stonebridge Country Club in Aurora, Illinois. So when my game gets really sour, I call Kevin and I go out and say, Kevin, your tops needs help. And so I go out and take a lesson from him. I am proud of this accomplishment, but that pride really pales in comparison with the pride that I have for my wife Eileen, our 6 children, and our 14 grandchildren. They're special. As far as my future accomplishments are concerned, my wife has already outlined that for me. She says we're going to visit the top 100 malls in the United States, so I'll have to dedicate the rest of my life to taking her to the top 100 malls in the U.S.